Hey guys, and welcome back, and welcome if you are new here. So for today's video, I thought I would try on a couple of new Colourpop items that have just recently been released. So we have the Wild Nothing Colourpop eyeshadow palette. I'm also going to be trying out the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Foundation. Picked up one of these like little lip oils. This is the Colourpop Luxe Lip Oil. This is also part of the Wild Nothing collection. And this really isn't a new launch, but I thought I would pick this up because I haven't tried it before. But this is by Sol, and it is their face and body highlighter in the shade Soft Pink. So we will also be trying this out as well. Okay, so first obviously we're going to go in with this foundation. This one claims to be a hydrating foundation with skin perfecting medium buildable coverage for natural healthy looking skin. So I got the shade Light 40N, and I'm kind of nervous because it's always like a hit or miss with like when you're choosing foundation shades online and you don't actually have them in front of you. But this is the shade that I got. So I don't know, this might be a really good match. And it comes with a little pump, which I love. I love foundation pumps. So I'm just gonna pump some out onto my sponge. So I think that this shade was actually a really good match for me. I think some people get weirded out that I put foundation on my eyelids, but really, for me, I don't really use an eye base, so I usually put foundation and concealer both on my eyelids, and that pretty much acts like a base for me. Okay, so upon first application of the foundation, I actually really like it, and it actually really is medium coverage. They were like not joking, and it is so luminous and so hydrating that it's actually kind of dewy, which I love because I love dewy foundations. It went on pretty good, like it's not settling in any of like my creases. Everything has been pushed into my skin. Nothing is kind of like bunching up or lingering. And again, like I said, I love that it is actually medium coverage and it is really, really hydrating. So far, this foundation is right up my alley. It is definitely a win, and I'm kind of shocked about that. Actually, like, the shade is almost spot on. It's dewy and it is legit medium coverage. So I am just going to be using this Quo Beauty Miracle Cover Concealer. This one is in the shade Ivory. Again, I'm putting some on my eyelids because I don't really use a shadow base. And I just like to put my concealer just like little bits around my face where I would like extra coverage or a little bit more brightening. Okay, so I'm going in with the same sponge, and I am just going to blend that in and push this into my skin. Okay, and to set the concealer, I'm going to go in with this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Powder, and I'm just going to place this under my eyes. So while that is setting, I'm going to go in and do some eyebrows, and I'm going to go in with another Quo Beauty item. This is the Quo Beauty Sculpting Brow Pomade, and I'm going to be using the shade Ash. Okay, so brows are definitely not perfect, but they are on, and I also wiped away the translucent powder. And now I'm going to go in with contour, so I'm going to be using the Too Faced Cocoa Contour Palette. Looks just like this. And I will be going in and mixing these two bottom shades here. I'm just going to go take a Morphe R1 brush, and I'm just going to tap into both of those and just put that into my cheekbones. And oh my goodness, this palette smells just like cocoa. Like, I am obsessed. Okay, so now I'm going to be going into some blush, and I'm going to be using the MAC Sheer Tone Blush in the shade Blush Baby. So it looks just like this. It's like a really nice neutral pink. I think putting blush on is literally like one of my favorite steps because, I don't know, it just kind of ties like in the whole look. So it kind of like almost makes your face look complete with a little bit of blush. And not to mention that it makes you just look healthy and colorful, and it definitely puts life into your face. Now for the fun part, we're gonna go in with this eyeshadow, and look how cute the packaging is. I think this is adorable. I love the little cactuses on it and the little flowers. I think it's perfect for summer, and it's something different. And not to mention, the palette feels like super nice. Like, it almost feels like that really soft silicone-y like plastic feel, but it is so nice. And all the shade names are on the back, and when you open it up, it does not have a mirror, but then again, all the little shade names are on the palette as well. I'm just gonna hold this up so you guys can kind of see the shade, like the color story, but it is so pretty. This is like a neutral lover's dream. I'm having a hard time trying to figure out which shade to start with. So I think I'm actually going to start with this one up in the corner. This one is called Top Down. I'm just going to dip into that with my Morphe E23 brush. So that one just gave like a super light, like neutral dusting. So to deepen it up a little more, I am going to go into this shade, which is called Morningside. Same brush. Ooh, that color is pretty. It's almost like an orangey coral shade. Guys, look how pretty that shade is. It actually looks a lot more lighter on my lids than in the pan. Switching up my brush, I am going to be switching to the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill JH31 brush. I think I'm going to go into this one called Hot Springs. So this one is not a matte shade, but it looks like it has a little bit of shimmer going through it, but it's definitely not as shimmery as some of these ones. And I'm just going to be focusing this a little bit in the crease just to deepen it up a little bit and towards the outer corner. Okay, so again, this one looks lighter, like almost like a little bit brighter on my eyes than it does in the pan. I'm not really sure why, but I don't have an issue with it, but it's just a little bit strange. Like, look how dark that one kind of looks, and I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it almost looks a little bit more like a brighter pink. Maybe again because it's mixing with that other color, but that other color, which was this one, literally almost looks like a neon-y, like a light pastel-y, like a neon orange in my crease. So I think that is so pretty. So I think now I'm gonna go into this Come Together shade, which is a matte. So basically I'm trying to use as many shades as I can to get like a really good feel of this palette, and I'm using the same brush, and I'm just gonna start to deepen out the outer corner just a little bit with this shade. I'm actually really liking the color story to this palette, and like everything is super pigmented, which I really love about Colourpop. Like they definitely do not disappoint when it comes to like price range and quality. Okay, so I am switching brushes. So now I'm gonna go in with this shade, and I'm gonna mix this shade here, so this shade and that shade. The first two shades that I've used, I'm gonna go in with a new brush, and I'm going to put some on my lower lid. Like that looks so pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this shade again, the one that we just used last on the top, and I'm just going to put a little bit of that on the bottom as well. So now I think I'm going to go in and use this brown just to darken things up, the same little brush that I was just using, and I'm going to apply some in the outer corner. And I'm just going to lightly blend this out. And I have to blend this a little more, but I'm just going to add a little bit to that brush again. And I'm just going to put a little bit on my lower. Okay, so that is the brown shade blended out. And I'm going to go in with a shimmer, but I'm having some hard times figuring out which shimmer shade I'm going to use. So I think I really want to use this green one called Seashells. It's like one of the most different shades in the palette, and I think that it would go really well with the shades that I have on. So I think I'm gonna go in with that one with my finger. Ooh, wow, that is so pigmented. I can't get over the pigmentation of this one. It is crazy. Sorry if you guys hear a dog barking. There's literally like a dog at the neighbor's house right outside this window, and it literally barks at everything. Like literally if a leaf falls off the tree, the dog barks. So I think just to like tie the brown into the green, I think I am gonna go in with another shade. I think I'm gonna go into this one called Alcove. It's like the pinky shimmery one. I'm just kind of curious to see how this is going to look. Ooh, so that is so pretty as well. It almost makes like a really nice transition shade, like fading into the dark one. I don't know if you guys can see in camera, but it is like stunning. Like the glitter in these shades, like not, I wouldn't really call it glitter, but like the metallic in these shades are like so pretty. Like I actually can't get over it. Like these are like So good. So I think I'm gonna go into this one called Coastline with my Morphe Y22 brush, and I'm just gonna dig into this, and I think I'm gonna just put some on the inner corner just to brighten things up because I always like to do that. Ooh, that is so pretty. So if you guys can just see what that did, it like popped my eyes. Like, it makes them so much brighter, and it just adds like that optical illusion where your eyes are just so much brighter and more open. Same shade, I'm just going to put a little bit under my brow bone. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take this random Morphe E35 brush. It's like this tiny little brush. I'm gonna go in with that green shade again. I'm just gonna load up my brush with some of that, and I think I'm just gonna pull a little bit under my lower lid just to kind of tie in the top lid. So pretty. Like, I actually love that. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with this brown shade called No Bounds again, and I'm gonna go in with this little Sigma angle brush, and I'm just gonna line my lash line. Okay, so I think this is it for the palette portion, and all I can say is I think that I am in love with this palette. I just love everything about it. Like, all of the shades blended perfectly. The matte shades were super pigmented. Nothing was like patchy or blotchy. The shimmer shades were outstanding. I loved everything, and everything blended really well together. And I actually really love this color story as like a nice neutral palette. A+ for this one. If you guys haven't checked this out already, I would definitely do so, because in my opinion, I think this is like one of their better made palettes for sure. I'm just gonna add a little bit of mascara. I think I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara in the shade Black. So I think I'm gonna go and put on some of my Ariel wispy lashes, and I will be right back. Okay, so lashes are on, and now I think I'm going to go in with this highlighter. So I have never tried anything by Soul Body before, so this will be my very first time trying anything by that little like sub brand by Colourpop. So it does come with like a little mirror here. I just didn't like pull the little frosted like cover off. So I'm just going to go right in with my Sigma F03 highlighter brush. Ooh, okay. I actually really like that. It's almost like a glowy highlighter. Like, it's like glowy, but it's kind of intense at the same time. Like, you can build it up. Like, when I first do like the couple of swipes, it's not like super bright, but once you go in like a second and third time, you can definitely build it up. And it definitely has a smell which I did not expect. I don't know if it's like coconut or like pineapple-y coconut, but yeah, basically just smells like vacation. I actually really do like this highlighter. I really like the color of it, and I really like how you can build it up, and also the smell is like a nice little hidden bonus that I did not expect, so like that. So now it's time to try this Luxe lip oil, and I actually got the shade Playa Vista. This will be my first time ever trying like a lip oil, period. So it's almost like this really nice nudie color. So I'm not sure if I'm supposed to put like lipstick on under this and then put this on as a topper, or if this goes on by itself. And these almost smell like lemonade. Yeah, these definitely smell like sweet, sugary lemons, like a sweet sugar lemonade. Like, it smells really good, and I actually really like the texture of these. Like, they feel so soft and like so light and airy on your lips, but they are like, I don't even know how to describe them. They feel like glass, like wet glass, if that makes any sense. But I'm actually really loving the texture of this. Like, this can be something that I can see myself definitely always having in my purse if like my lips need a little bit of hydration, but I don't want like an actual lip gloss or something that's heavy or sticky. Yeah, I have to say I really do like that, and I actually don't really need anything under it. It like gave the perfect little tint of color without going like too overboard or without being anything at all. So again, this would be a definite A+. I kind of want to try all the other colors now. Alright, you guys, this is the finished look, and I have to say that I am so impressed with the 4 products that I have tried today. I actually really love this foundation. I can't believe that the shade has actually matched me to a T, especially where I am like a a little bit tanned at the moment. So actually really love this. So yeah, if you guys like medium coverage and dewy and very breathable foundation, I would definitely give this a go. We all know how I feel about the Wild Nothing palette. I am so stoked that I tried this. I just love this so much. Like, this could definitely be like an everyday palette that I would reach for a lot. So again, if you haven't tried this out and if you were kind of on the fence, I am here to push you on the other side and to just say go for it, because I don't think that you will be disappointed with this one either. Okay, so even though this is not new, I actually really liked it, and I was just reading on the back that this is considered like a body powder, so I guess you could use it anywhere. Your legs, your collarbones, even your face is what I did. I used it as just like a face highlighter, but I guess you can use any highlighter anywhere as well, but this is marketed towards a body highlighter. And I actually really love the glow that this gives, and it doesn't come off too pink, but it comes off like that perfect like champagne-y pink tone. And yeah, I just think it gives the most beautiful glow, and you can build it up to your liking. And last but not least, the Colourpop Luxe Lip Oil. I am actually loving. They're so comfortable on the lips, so hydrating and so smooth, and they're like slippery, and I don't know, I just cannot get enough of these guys. I actually want like the bright pink one. I forget what that's called, but I actually want them all. Like, I know they came out with like 4 or 5 different shades, and I actually want to pick all of them up now because I love the formula of this so much. So yeah, I guess you can say that I absolutely loved everything. And again, if you are on the fence about any of these products, like, they are so good. Like, I urge you to go try for yourself. Of course, this video is not sponsored or anything like that. I did pay for all of these myself. So this concludes this video for today. And as always, if you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more by me, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And I will be seeing you guys in my next one. Bye!